You are turning in 10-minute bulletin of Binh Phuoc radio, television, and newspaper. You are with me, Thu Oanh, and here are top news of today. Binh Phuoc makes greater effort to simplify administrative procedures. Groundbreaking ceremony for multifunctional hall in border commune. President sketches out future tasks of Judicial Reform Committee. Nearly 81,000 genetic resources collected and preserved nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, at a virtual meeting chaired by Deputy Prime Minister Trần Lưu Quang, Vice Chairwoman of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee Trần Tuyết Minh, along with local officials, discussed ongoing administrative reforms.
Over the past 6 months, significant regulatory changes have been implemented, resulting in improved business conditions in the province. Specifically, Binh Phuoc has simplified 168 business regulations across 16 legal documents, given the Prime Minister approved plans to reduce 125 business regulations managed by 5 ministries. In terms of simplifying administrative procedures related to citizens' documentation and population management, Binh Phuoc has implemented 19 specialized resolutions and Proposal Number 6, simplifying 247 procedures in 26 legal documents. This brings the total simplified procedures to 828, achieving a 76% reduction rate.
On July 31st, the Political Department, in coordination with the Logistics Department of the General Department of Politics of the Vietnam People's Army, held a groundbreaking ceremony for a multifunctional hall in Loc Thành, a border commune in Loc Ninh District, Binh Phuoc Province.
The project, spanning over 1,000 square meters, includes a hall with nearly 300 seats, equipped with necessary facilities such as tables, chairs, a stage, sound and lighting systems, and a 700 square meter concrete yard. The project, with a total investment of 3.96 billion Vietnam dong, is scheduled for completion in 70 days. Once finished, the hall will serve as a venue for events, community activities, and sports for local residents and officials. This project is a meaningful gift from the General Department of Politics to the government and people of Loc Thành Commune, a resilient neighborhood during Vietnam's resistance war against the United States. It also commemorates the 80th anniversary of the General Department of Politics, the 80th anniversary of the founding of the Vietnam People's Army, and the 35th anniversary of the All People's National Defense Day, December 22nd.
This summer, Binh Long Children's Palace in Binh Phuoc Province has organized various activities to provide a safe and enriching summer experience for children. These include talent development classes and life skills training, with a particular focus on water safety skills.
The children's swimming pool has welcomed hundreds of young participants for swimming classes, where they not only improve their health and learn basic swimming techniques, but also gain essential knowledge on preventing drowning, rescue methods, and first aid. To attract children each year, the Children's Palace constantly updates its recreational activities, including cultural, artistic, and sports training. This year, nearly 500 children have enrolled, with 315 participating in swimming classes. These activities provide a valuable platform for children to explore their talents, express themselves, and enjoy a fun and meaningful summer before the new school year begins.
Moving on to the top stories around the country. The Central Steering Committee for Judicial Reform convened in Hanoi on July 31st under the chair of President Tô Lâm. More details in the following report.
President Tô Lâm, head of the committee, stated continuing to promote the development of socialist-oriented market economy, building and perfecting the Vietnamese socialist rule of law state with deep international integration are among major tasks in the coming time. The leader said the judicial system and judicial reform activities have shown a number of limitations in recent years, failing to meet the increasingly high requirements of building and perfecting the socialist rule of law state of Vietnam in the new period. In this context, he underscored judicial work and judicial reform need to be continuously strengthened with high political determination and a suitable roadmap without conservatism and localism, optimizing the combined strength of all levels and sectors, as well as the whole society, while staying persistent with set goals and directions to better meet the requirements and demands in the new situation.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính is paying a state visit to India at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, trying to see his activities in India on July 31st.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh attended the Vietnam-India Business Forum in New Delhi on July 31st, as part of his state visit to India, during which he proposed the two sides work together to raise two-way trade to $20 billion in the coming time. Trade between Vietnam and India expanded from $200 million in 2000 to nearly $15 billion last year. Prime Minister Chin said the government always encourages Indian businesses to expand investment cooperation in areas where India has strengths and Vietnam has high demand and priority, such as artificial intelligence and new energies like hydrogen, biotechnology, innovation, high-tech agriculture, and pharmaceuticals. Noting that the bilateral economic cooperation has yet to match its potential, the Vietnamese government leader suggested Indian ministries, associations, and organizations support and promote dialogue and investment connections, support Vietnamese businesses to expand their investment and operate effectively in India, and create favorable conditions for more Vietnamese goods to access the Indian market. At the forum, in the witness of Prime Minister Chin, the two countries' enterprises exchanged 6 cooperation agreements in the fields of aviation, tourism, culture, and pharmaceuticals. On this occasion, Vietnam's carrier Vietjet Air announced the launch of its new route from the central city of Da Nang to Ahmedabad, India, and welcomed its 200 millionth passenger. The new route will start serving passengers from October. With this move, Vietjet now holds the most direct flights between Vietnam and India, with 56 flights per week through 7 routes. The same day, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh had separate meetings in New Delhi on July 31st with representatives of leading Indian groups. Meeting Gautam Adani, chairman and founder of Adani Group, which operates in infrastructure, transport, and energy, the Prime Minister urged them to introduce cutting-edge, high-tech, and clean technology, as well as modern management practices, to help connect Vietnam with global production and supply chains. Adani said his firm has invested in Liên Chieu port in Vietnam's central city of Da Nang with about $2 billion, noting it wishes to engage in energy projects, airport projects, and a logistics center in the Southeast Asian nation. The Prime Minister also held a working session with Dharmesh Shah, chairman and founder of BDR Group, another name in India's pharmaceutical industry, which opened its representative office in Vietnam in 2022 and is providing materials for cancer drug production to a number of factories in the Southeast Asian nation. Shah suggested the Prime Minister give instructions to speed up the approval of the license for the distribution of drugs against certain types of cancer, such as prostate and breast cancer, in the Vietnamese market. The leader asked the group to coordinate with relevant ministries and agencies in Vietnam to put in place specific cooperation projects and programs.
As of 2023, Vietnam had collected and preserved nearly 81,000 endemic, precious, and rare genetic resources, including genetic resources of agricultural plants, forestry plants, medicinal plants, animals, aquatics, and microbes.
The figures were announced at a workshop held by the Ministry of Science and Technology in Hanoi on July 29. The Plant Resources Center, under the Vietnam Academy of Agricultural Sciences, has collected over 10,000 genetic resources from various crop groups. Meanwhile, the Vietnam Academy of Forest Sciences and universities with forestry faculties have collected and preserved nearly 2,000 genetic resources from 70 species of forestry plants. They include many rare species, with 100% local genetic resources planted in several regions, such as Sun La, Lao Cai, Ba Vi, Phu Tor, Lum Dong, Dak Nong, and Binh Phuoc. Over 7,000 valuable medicinal genetic resources have been discovered and preserved. This material is extremely valuable for breeding new varieties with better yields, quality and higher value. Vietnam has so far conducted preliminary evaluations on over 55,800 genetic resources, and detailed evaluations on over 14,100 genetic resources.
And that also wraps up our ability. Thanks for tuning in and goodbye for now.